Let's talk about critical thinking as it relates to MLM or multi-level marketing, or what some people call network marketing. My experience started back in 1985, February 17th, 1985. My wife and I were in college and we were exposed to someone in Amway. And so we went to an Amway meeting, as they used to do in people's houses and people's homes. Went to a little apartment down on Mobile, Alabama, and was exposed to the Amway plan. And people were talking about, the presenter was talking about financial freedom and personal development and owning your own business and being an entrepreneur. And I compared that to my experience in college at the time. I think I was a sophomore in college at that time, and it just resonated with me. And I just thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever heard in my entire life. And so my wife and I, she was my girlfriend at the time, but we got into Amway and we had a wonderful experience. We didn't make very much money during college, but we sold products during college for a couple of years and met a lot of nice people and just had exposure to all this entrepreneurial thinking. And that was and personal development, of course. And so I was training, of course, to be a professional tennis player, and ended up doing that for a couple of years and coaching professional players like Andre Agassi and Jim Courier, and as part of a team of people that worked at Nick Bollettieri Tennis Academy and with those players. And but personal development really stuck with me, even though we got out of Amway. The whole personal development movement stuck with me, and then I eventually ended up working in the field of mental toughness training with Olympic athletes and professional athletes, and then eventually, of course, big companies. And that's what I've been doing for the last 30 years. I love the concept of multi-level network marketing, even though a lot of people don't. A lot of people think it's a scam. Well, it's not a scam. It's been proven not to be a scam for the last 60 or 70 years. It's been litigated, it's been discussed, it's been talked about. Okay, it's not a scam. Are some companies better than others? Of course, just like in corporate America or any other business, some companies are far better than others. Some deals are far better. Some compensation structures are far better. Some leadership teams are far better. In all those things, in general. But that said, what I love about multi-level network marketing is that it's the last bastion, the last chance, I think, for the little guy that doesn't have money to invest to buy a McDonald's or to buy some franchise or start their own business. For people that are entrepreneurial thinkers, and they want to be entrepreneurs and escape maybe their job or something like that, and they want to seek their own destiny and live their dreams and stuff like that. If that's what they're really into, then it's a phenomenal opportunity. Now, do most people make it? No. Most people fail. Truth is, most people fail in everything because they quit too early, right? So for the cost of, maybe a couple of dinners out, depending on the opportunity, you can get started in that business for very little money. And if you have good leadership and you have good product and you're willing to work and sell and recruit people and lead people and all that, you can make a very good living and live a very positive life because it's surrounded with personal development in multi-level marketing. Again, it's not for everyone, but make no mistake, it's not a scam. It does work. There are people, I know thousands and thousands of people that make a good living, literally, in network marketing. And I know hundreds that make six-figure incomes, and I know probably a couple hundred that make seven-figure incomes because I've spoken to so many groups around the world in this industry. And so it's something to think about. If you're considering it, you're going to hear, you go online and you type in MLM or network marketing or a certain company, you are just going to get slaughtered with bombarded, I should say, with just an onslaught of people that will tell you it's a ripoff, it's this, it's I lost money, all these kinds of things. And of course, there are some companies that are not good companies. So just like any other industry, financial services has that, pharmaceutical has that, every industry I've ever worked in as a professional speaker and author has, crooked companies. There's no question about it. But there are really good companies out there and that really do provide a great opportunity for people for almost no money. You can get started, and earn a really, really good living and really enjoy it if that's something you enjoy doing. So it's certainly something to consider if this is the road you want to go down. Can you become financially free? Absolutely. And anyone that tells you can't be doesn't understand the concept and doesn't know what they're talking about. Frankly, it's just to be direct as possible. So if it's something you want to pursue, give it a chance. Talk to people that know the company that you're, wanting to get involved in. Do your due diligence for sure. Definitely do your due diligence, just like anything else, because you can definitely get in the wrong deal. But you can certainly make a good living doing it. And I just love it because, again, it's the last chance. I've been the little guy, most of my life, like most people, and I just appreciate the opportunity that these companies provide people that don't have a ton of money. They don't have millions of dollars to invest in something to start up, and they're not going to be a professional athlete, and they're not going to be a rock star. And so where do people make these really serious incomes, these 6 and 7 figure incomes, if they don't have some great talent? If you're not the next Elon Musk or Richard Branson or some genius on Shark Tank, billionaire, most of us don't have that kind of talent. We don't have that kind of background. And we didn't go to Harvard, Yale, or Stanford, right? So where do the rest of us go? Well, this is one of the places people go, and if they're serious about it, if they take it seriously, and they treat it like a business, they do very well. It's something to consider if it's your thing. Give it a shot, but do your due diligence, do your homework, and you could end up in a very, very good place in this industry. Something to think about.